On today's episode of TLA Media, we're going to be seeing if buying a Scion TC is worth it in 2024. So as you can see, we have a nice stock example. But well, pretty much bone stock. The only thing that's done to this is a TRD intake, some lighting, and that's about it, because I've had it for all of 2 weeks and I've touched it already. But in my opinion, because obviously I have two now, I think they're great cars. If you want something like a daily, like this gray one, it's comfortable for how much you can find them for. It's a Toyota, it's reliable, it's got plenty of space, and like at most four-cylinder turd Toyotas, it got great gas mileage. Get up to like 27 average in these bad boys. If you're really pushing it on the highway, you can get up to 40 in a non-hybrid car. Parts are fairly cheap on these, and they're pretty fun if you do the right things. I just put a TRD intake on it. It sounds a little more volume-y instead of boring and quiet and clunky. But enough about the stock one. We're here to talk about what you can do if you're an enthusiast, like this white one. So this is my 2015. It is very much so not stock anymore. We'll do a little rundown because there's way too many parts to list. I tried doing a video of that and I couldn't make it work because it was like 30 minutes long. So we're gonna lightning round this. We got a carbon trunk with a BirdTech 3D printed Rocket Bunny style duckbill for some downforce on the back. We have a Sabon carbon hood and fenders for the venting, so I can reduce my heat on my IATs and my brakes. Speaking of brakes, I have a Willwood big brake kit. Pretty spicy stuff. Those things are great. On the back, I did a EBC yellow stuff kit. Race brakes, get the red or the green. Don't go yellow unless you plan on going to the track. Hopefully I can get there next year when it's not winter. That would be great. We have a affordable bucket seat. It's a nice NRG Ultra Prisma. It's fiberglass. I don't think it's FIA certified, but I could be wrong. And then we'll get down to the beans of this car. This what really makes this poor little thing stand out, or at least here. Colorado doesn't really have a whole TC scene. It's getting better, I guess, but we got some basic mods that, as far as I'm aware, all are still available. Got a cold air intake. Yes, it's off eBay. It works. It does the job. I gold wrapped it just for some heat dissipation. We got the weapon R headers. I don't know if I can recommend them anymore at the price point because they went up to like $1,000. Somewhere down there is a Torque Solutions motor mount for extra pep off the line. And anytime you step on it on the apex of a corner. And then we have an NST lightweight crank pulley. It adds some horsepower. It's never been on a dyno, so I can't actually prove it, but that's what they say. And then what also makes this car fun and spirited, but also terrible to daily drive. Probably don't do this. If you look under here, it's pretty much as gutted as I'm currently have gone. I might take out the plastic panels. I might not. We'll see. But is it worth buying a Scion TC in 2024? I say yes. There's still enough aftermarket support to make a fun, maybe even cool, probably slow car. There's some performance things you can buy still. Frankenstein Motorworks is currently developing cams so that you don't have to run a new ECU. I'm really hoping that's the case, because with the ECU setup and everything, it was like 10 grand to gain 100 wheel. Was not worth it, in my opinion. I was going to do it on this one, but financially that's just a black hole. For an NA build, not worth it. You can find turbo kits, or you can make them. Finding them's a little more difficult, but making them's a little more expensive. Depends on your budget. But they take turbos really well. So all around, I think these can be great cars. If you look at the history, when Toyota was still making them, they were great. The Greddy GTC car won its first year out in competition in the second gen. There's plenty of time attack records, although some of them are not stock motors. Some of them are like 2J swapped. Some of them have like 1UZs. There's all sorts of things you can do if you really want to modify these. They look good. You can bag them. You can do whatever you want. These things are great track cars if you build them right. They're great commuters, like the gray one. They can be fast, but again, it comes down to your budget. It comes down to what you want. But all in all, I think that, obviously I'm kind of biased because I have now two. And this one I've had for like 5 years, so I'm really biased, but it's a dying community. It's a niche community, and literally every other week they're getting more rare because more of these get crashed and totaled. Yes, they made a ton of these things. They made like 150,000 white ones, I think. The gray one, I haven't checked the numbers because I'm lazy, but that's a base model. There's plenty of them. If you get an RS series, you get cool TRD parts that you cannot find, and if you can, they're really expensive. So like, if you find one of those for a good price, I'd say buy it if you're looking at one of these. But if you just want a daily, there's plenty of clean examples. They're reliable, they're great, they're fuel efficient. And for someone in their 20s that doesn't have kids or isn't moving constantly, they have more than enough space. This one does not. Please don't do this. Unless you are serious about your performance, do not do this. Or at least the interior. You can do the rest of it, but the interior is very unusable with my TRD, or not my TRD, my TB Performance C-pillar brace, rear strut brace, and the Brom harness bar. It's hard to get in my back seats, much less get something out if I lose it back there. The seat doesn't make it easier to grab stuff behind me, so if I drop something, I'm really screwed. But they're great cars. I don't know, it's like a Focus SVT. It's just a niche car to buy now. It's hard. You don't find. I guess you find these everywhere, but you can find some cool things if you really look hard enough. There's a dude on the East Coast selling one for $30K. That thing's making 600 wheel full cage. That thing's crazy. I would buy it if I had $30K for a third one. But I mean, again, they're just fun. They're fun, or they're dailies. I mean, it really depends on what you want. If you want more, also let me know what you need to see for like installs if you want to DIY stuff, because I have a new fresh car with 225,000 miles. I guarantee something needs to be replaced in that, like water pump or now if the alternator's new. There's probably something. This one needed an axle, so I might show that. I will be doing, probably already said it, but I will be doing the steering wheel video on this because I have the steering wheel, I might as well. But overall, I think they're great cars. The aftermarket is dying, so like, please help us by buying parts. I don't even have a company. Just please keep buying parts so that people keep making parts. It's getting rough out here in these streets. But on that note, I think I've said all I need to say about these very underrated platforms, or at least as of 2024, very underrated platforms. So this has been TLA Media, and I would like to say thank you for watching if you are, and if you got this far, please like my videos, because I need more views. I don't make money off this, but it would be nice if more people saw the videos, because I think these are important to other TC enthusiasts. So you boys and girls have a good day.